Okay, great. So we are live. Let me check the Instagram too. Let's see. Okay, so I think we are live on Instagram too.
Okay.
Let me see. Yes, great. So we are live on LinkedIn. We are live on Facebook. We are live on, yeah, so Instagram is on site. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kwame Brimpong, and this is the Growth Conversations. I want to welcome you. Good afternoon. I want to welcome you to the Growth Conversations. And Growth Conversations is a program that has been prepared by TGN, the Growth Network. And TGN is a peer support platform or organization whereby we share young entrepreneurs, share business lessons, ideas, strategies, whatever knowledge and experiences we have, so that we can learn from each other and see how best we can grow, and also leverage on the particular resources that we have. I strongly believe, or at TGN, we believe that unity is strength. So the best strategy in this part of our world, which is Ghana and Africa, is for businesses to actually come together. It is synergy that we need, not actually competition. So we need to create that synergy so that we can work together and build strong businesses to move the economy, to move the country forward, and so that we can also secure a better future for our children and our children's children and generations ahead. How are you going to leave a legacy? And TGN is the only membership you need to help you grow your business and your profession. So it's a community of professionals and entrepreneurs who are interested in growth. We share ideas with each other. We help each other build their businesses and their careers. And this is one of the programs by TGN, which we call it in our circles, the member highlight. So every Tuesday lunchtime, we host one of our members on growth conversations. So we are having conversations about business growth. What are the lessons they've learned? What are the mistakes they've made in their businesses? What lessons have they learned from it? How can we also learn from their experiences, their challenges, and how can we all benefit from this whole thing? So I want to welcome you once again to the Growth Conversations. And today, this afternoon, we have a wonderful lady with us. I'll let her introduce herself, tell us something small about herself. But her name is Chef Kate. Okay, yes, that's how most of us call her, Chef Kate, of the Chef Kate Experience. She's the CEO, the founder, the principal. I saw something somewhere that the chief, no, I think it was one of your flyers, chief chef, or let's say senior chef at
Head
the Chef
chef.
Kate Experience or something. Yes, 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 yes. So we are privileged to have Chef Kate. She's a wonderful mother, wife, an entrepreneur, yes, and a serious business leader. So we welcome Chef Kate to the Growth Conversations. Welcome, my sister.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Kwame. I'm very grateful
Yeah,
to
I
be
thought you were not
here.
hearing me. Yes. So tell us something small about yourself and also your business.
Okay, so I think you've given a little bit introduction for me. Yes, I'm a chef, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and my business is the Chef Kate Experience. And what we do at the Chef Kate Experience is we it's as the name implies, we are a food business. So we cook food, we take orders, but in the past few months we are working on a new line of service that mostly a subscription service for homes for individuals. So of we know that like because of the time constraints and the traffic and the busy schedules of a lot of individuals and a lot of families, and cooking has become a very difficult thing for people. Cooking is not, it's not something that you want to close from work, you are tired, and you are now going to put food on fire. So that's something new we are working on. And when it's ready, we would let you know. But that's for now, that's it. So we are working on getting subscription model for our clients. So every month or every 2 weeks, we send you like a pack of soups and stews, and or maybe some few carbohydrates, some salads based on your needs. And then we also do meal planning too. So it's not just me just giving you food, but then I sit down with you, look at your nutritional needs, what your family needs, if you are trying to go on a diet, if you have aligning um, diseases that it's like more of a diet issue, then we tailor our
Yeah.
service to, yes, to meet that. So that's what we do.
Okay, that's wonderful. When you mentioned subscription service, I smiled because some years ago, I think it was after COVID, I put together a team of people, and we have this. It's still the registration and everything is there. We even built an app for it. We used to call it
Okay.
Daily Meal. It's similar to, yes. So we were also trying to put across a subscription meal service.
Okay.
Okay, but it's quite different from what you're saying. So probably if we don't do it anytime soon or in the future, then you can see me. I'll give you all our tips to where we built
Okay.
it up to, so that we will not
Okay.
then end up being your competitors or whatever. So it's quite an interesting line of business. Yes, if we don't go into it, I think I can share a lot of ideas with you that can really make your line that you want to bring it up successful. It's quite an interesting thing. So thank you so much for telling us about yourself and the Chef Kate experience. Is there any other thing that you also want us to know about your business too? Because I know that you prepare
Yes.
meals, and as you
Yeah.
mentioned, you are yet to introduce the subscription service. But
Yes.
do you take orders? So you prepare from your kitchen, okay,
Yeah.
and you deliver orders for events. And how is the business
Yes.
model like?
So okay, so we are not a restaurant, so you cannot call us. We tried going towards that part by going on Glovo and then Bolt Food, but I realized it wasn't a good
Yeah.
fit for me. So
Okay.
what we do is it's a pre-order service. So you, if you have an event, you have any sort of event, it can be
Mm-hmm.
corporate, it can be weddings, parties, we take orders and then we do it. We also do for like um we don't do office meals. We don't do office meals in the sense of like every day the lunch meal time, but we do once in a while. Some offices just call us and then we set up like a small buffet table for them, and then they just eat.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah, it's not like a daily office something we do. And then I also have,
Okay.
so for the subscription service, I haven't started that model yet completely, but I have some families that I
Okay.
cook for them. So I cook from home, then I
Yeah.
send it to them. They keep it in the fridge or freezer. Whenever they need it, then they use
Yeah.
it.
Yes, that's great. I think a lot of people watching us, whether you're watching us live or you're watching us on replay, I think you should contact the Chef Kate Experience. At the end of this session, this live session, she'll give her social media handles and also her contact. Because as busy as we are getting, it's good to always have a set of me. For instance, where I am currently, okay, at times I'm also taking a course on the university campus. So I don't
Yes.
usually go home. So I have a hostel or a place that I stay. And at times it's quite difficult getting good food to eat. Most of the
Yeah.
foods outside that we buy are genetically modified foods, like not let's not even talk about GMO foods, but you realize that the spices they use, some are
Mhm.
very, very harmful. There are
Yes.
lots of sicknesses and diseases people are contracting because they are buying from outside. But if you're a guy, a man like me, okay, who is busy, Charlie, moving around, you don't have time to cook and all that, you just pass a restaurant somewhere, buy food, and you eat. It tastes good. But what makes
Uh,
it taste good, you
yeah.
don't know. So
You
it's
are
very,
buying
very
sickness.
yes. So you really have to get someone who can give you home cooked meals like Chef Kate right now is doing. Okay, so that it will be like the food she prepares are like food that you've prepared at home. Okay,
Yeah.
so from your mommy's kitchen or from your mommy's that is saying, all right, healthy meals. Yeah, so don't
Yes.
go around buying from the roadside, those roadside foods that you buy and all that. You get sick. At the end of the day, all the money that you're making, you use it to also go to the hospital. So please, let's take note. Okay, so we can see on the screen right now. This is very tempting. What is that? I
Okay,
can
so
see
it's
some.
it's my twist on a Russian salad. So there's this, like, there are different types of salad. So I
Hey,
think I should have said that in the beginning. So
uh-huh.
I actually was trained for 1 year in salads only, cold
Okay.
appetizers. Yes. So when it comes to salads, like I
So
have a
you're a
range
salad
of,
expert.
yes, yes. So
Whoa.
yeah, like the salad is not just lettuce and cucumber and tomatoes, and you pour mayonnaise on it. That's not just salad. But then there
That's
are
a
so
salad
many.
most of us know.
Yes, but there are so many salads that are there that it's equally healthy and it's also appetizing. It's not just like you are. So this is a type of salad. So it's my personal twist on Russian salad. So Russian salad is like more of a potato
Whoa.
salad. Yes, it's close to potato salad, but the way you cut the vegetables are different, and then what you add to it. So I
Yeah.
just, should I say, I localized it. I added a Ghanaian twist to it.
Mm, I see. Customized Russian salad. And I can
Okay.
also see this as probably some of the soups and stews
Yes, yes,
that have
yes,
been
yes,
packed to for
yes,
shipment to customers, right?
yes.
Okay. And this is
And this is
also,
also
so is this
salad.
Russian salad or this
No, no, this
Ukraine
is
salad?
Ghanaian salad. This is the
This
salad we
Ghanaian
all know.
salad. Okay.
Yes, this is the salad
Okay,
we all
okay.
know.
And this is a normal salad. Okay,
Yes.
so Russian salad, the normal salad, not Ukrainian salad. Okay,
Mm,
so this is also cake for kids' birthday
yes.
stuff. Yes. So you also this is a benquine. You are preparing a
Yes. So
benquine. Oh,
this is
I
also
wish.
part.
Yeah, I wish I
This is
had.
part of my.
Yes. Sorry.
Um, this is also part of the the subscription business model. So what we are actually doing, we
Okay.
are not actually preparing the soup in full.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do is we do the whole process for you. We pound the palm nuts, we boil, we do everything. We put on fire, we add our local spices, then
The
we
fish, the
simmer it
meat,
down.
everything.
So yeah, so all you have to do with this is just season your meat and then just pour what we have done for you, and then you are done.
Oh,
Your
okay.
soup is done. So you just need to, you can just boil like one or two tomatoes and then onions just to add something small to it.
Hard.
But then basically, if you just season your meat and you pour what we give you on it, you are done. And then you can season it to your taste. Yes,
Okay. So for the main thing, you have it. Then you can season it to your taste and all that.
yes, yes.
Okay, all right, great. So let's move on to our main discussion. Right now, we have a fair idea what the Chef Kate experience is all about. Now, let's come
Uh,
to
before we
what
move
we
on,
can learn.
like
Yes.
you, it looks like I do. It looks. It's almost. It seems as if I do everything, like from
Mm-hmm.
food to dessert to, and it had actually been something that people, like everyone kept on telling me, pick something, like pick what's pick one thing and major on it. pick one thing and then
Yeah,
also like
niche on something.
yes.
Yeah.
But I found it difficult picking on one thing. So that's where the idea for this whole brand came about, that I do a range of meals. So whatever you want is like we are a one-stop shop for food. So if you are
Mm-hmm.
planning your wedding and then you bring your wedding to us, we can do from your wedding food to your wedding cake, to if you want to even share snacks at your wedding, we do all that. So it's like we are a
Okay.
one-stop shop for that. Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's go on. I will want to ask you this too. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced in your business, and how did you deal with it? So let's look at the challenges when you started this business. What are some of the? I think probably you may have a lot of challenges you've dealt with, but if you would have only one, that's fine. If you would have about three strong or big challenges that you would want to share, we are also very interested. So, what challenges have you faced in your business, and how were you able to deal with these challenges?
Okay. So for me, I would say one of my greatest challenges is myself. So
Yourself.
I suffer, yes. I know like a lot of entrepreneurs suffer from it, but then it's something I suffer from, which is the imposter syndrome. I have that feeling that I am not good enough to market my product or to go out there. So that challenge has been like I have to get over myself and know that no, like I have something good. Like I am that talented, I am that good to be out there to compete with the big names. So that has been like one of my biggest challenges that like I'm should I say maybe I'm still facing. I'm gradually getting over myself, but that has been one of the biggest challenges that I'm working on. So that has been myself. And I believe that as an entrepreneur, if you are able to get over yourself and you you get over yourself and you read books, you listen to people who have gone ahead of you, you realize that you are not alone in this. So when you realize that you are able to
Mm-hmm.
do better for yourself, you are able to realize, okay, so I'm not the only one fighting this personal battle. So okay, then I can do it. If this person has been able to do it, I can also do it. And then the second challenge I would say is the pricing system in Ghana. Prices fluctuate a lot, especially when it comes to
Okay.
food. You can go today, ask for the price of something, the following day you go, the price is different. So when you are pricing, you can price, you take an order, you take the price, and then when you start executing the job, you realize things are different from when you started asking for the price. So that has been, I would say, I'll just give two of the major challenges that I'm facing. So we are working on pricing and then my personal self.
Okay. So, the key challenges you faced in your business is self doubt. I would say that, if
Yes,
I'm right,
yes,
self
yes,
doubt. You've been doubting yourself whether you can, and it's not able to help you do the things that you have to do to really get your business where it's supposed to be. And the other thing too is prices. Okay, so unstable prices of raw materials and also other um, things that are connected to your whole chain of business.
yes.
Okay. So I just want to repeat what you said so that we can have it clear that
Yeah.
with dealing with your self-doubt, you realize that you had to reach out to people, okay, who have done what you seek to do, or who are where you want to be, and tap from their energy, okay, from their aura, and also read books, because books are more like repositories of other people's experiences and their knowledge. Yes, so reading books and all that is also helping you. That's great. It's something that I think all of us can pick from. So if you're having self doubt, find a way, find someone who is where you want to be, and talk to the person or study the person, see how the person conducts his affairs or his business, and learn from that. And you can also have, these days there are a lot of resources available, okay,
Yeah.
on YouTube, on Google. You can just search motivational messages. On TGN every morning we post, how do we call it, uh, your daily dose of power. So it's basically to get you energized enough to conquer your day. Okay. The very moment you start doubting yourself, that's your end. There's nothing you can achieve. Our only limits are ourselves, what we believe we can do and what we believe we can't do. So that's great. I think a lot of people are facing these challenges, and I think we should pick from that. Ellen commented, "Can I have some of the palm nut soup?" So I don't know. Yeah, so
Yes.
Ellen wants some of your palm nut soup. So try and send some to her on WhatsApp, okay, or however you're going to send some of the palm nut soup to her. Ellen is waiting for you. Yes. Okay. So, how? Let's say, how did you find your business, or how did you start your business initially? What advice would you give to young entrepreneurs who are trying to raise capital? Like, how did you raise capital? How did you fund your business? Okay, when you were starting, did you borrow from family and friends? Did you already have savings, or did you take a bank loan, or how did you really start? Or you started with nothing? Someone would tell you that, okay, when I was starting my business, I took one grain of rice. At times we joke with it. So one little grain of rice, and he put it in the bowl. He cooked it. It became plenty. Then he sold it to his friend. He had money. He had to go there, and now he's operating multiple hundred branches of a restaurant, a multinational restaurant. So you too, how did you start in terms of funding? How did you find the money to start your business? And
So,
how would you advise other entrepreneurs to, yeah, who are coming? Yeah.
so by God's grace, I have a very supportive family. So my parents really supported me a lot. They've really been,
Okay.
they I cannot understate the kind of help that they've given to me, both financially and emotionally. Like, they've been with me every step of the way. They recommend their friends. They most,
Okay.
like, I can say most of my early gigs were from them. They just call me, oh, this person XYZ wants this, do it for them. And it has been helpful. So what I can say with getting for my first mixer, that's my first cake mixer, it was during the COVID. And someone wanted to do a
Fair enough.
little party for her daughter, and she wanted something small. And like, the COVID had just closed down everything. Everything was so confusing. So she called my mom, and my mom was like, "Oh, my daughter does this, so let's her do it for you." So the money she sent me for that party, that's what I used for to buy my first mixer and then a few other things. So what I do is, so what I was doing was, if I get an order, I just take a little money aside, buy equipment, buy things that I need. So I didn't start with like a 1 million or 100,000. I just started it little by little. And if when you're starting a business, you don't need, okay, that's my personal view. Maybe for my industry, in another industry, you may need more than that. But then I believe you just need like a growth mindset, and then determination and resilience. And just know that it is one day at a time. We deal with today, after today we move on to the next day. And that is how I've been working so far, and it has worked for me. So I believe, if you don't have a lot of money and you want to enter into the food industry, you just need just that one order. Just one person to believe in you, to trust you with their food, And when they give you the money, you can use it, you can apportion it. So you can choose not to pay yourself, you can choose not to get anything from it, and then you use it to just build your business. So that's what I did.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's great. So your family had been supportive. Okay, they took your first, and they also try to refer their friends. So this is a typical scenario where the family and friends thing is really working. Some people may
Yes,
not have the family and friends. Okay, some people, even your family and friends, want to take what you have. Some families too, there's that so much negativity that they will even cripple you. You can't even get up from where you are. You understand? So I think that you are very lucky, that you've been very
very.
lucky that you have a family that supported you. Yes, so it's great. And I believe that other entrepreneurs too can understand. So what if someone does not have a supporting family like you did? How can the person finance his or her dream, especially when it comes to your field? He wants to, or he or she wants to start a food business.
Okay, so what I would advise is, if you want to start a food business, you can start working with someone. You don't just have to start and then I'm starting my business. You come out of catering school, or you come out of whatever training you went to, and then you just come out and say, okay, I'm opening my own shop, I'm starting my own business. You can work under someone for some time. And as you work under them, you learn from their mistakes, because that person is running his or her business. So they would make mistakes, they will make errors, they would
Yeah.
you get a chance to be learning and being paid at the same time. So the money you are being paid, you can just put some aside, and then you start small. You don't have to just start and then you're opening a shop, or you just start and then you finish school and you are, oh, I'm starting my own business. You can start by learning from someone. And you see, most of these people that have actually gone ahead of us, they are ready to teach. They are ready to teach young ones how to start, but the young ones are not ready to listen. You don't want to listen to someone who has got, you want to start your own, you want to compete with the person who taught you. And no, the person who taught me to bake, I still call her all the time. I call her all the time. Anytime I have an order that, like, I don't know how to go about it, I just pick the phone, call her. How should I go about it? If I feel I cannot do it, I go to her, or I even give it to her, and then I do it with her. I don't take it as she's my competition. I take it as she's my teacher, she's my mentor. And sometimes she gives me her suppliers' numbers.
Yeah.
Like, she does a lot for me in that regard. So don't take it that the person who trained you is your competition. The person who trained you can be the stepping stone to your greatness.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Network issue. Okay, yeah. Please go ahead. Yes.
Please, did you hear what I said?
Yes. Okay. So
Yes.
yes. So you are saying that, especially the most striking part for me was that when someone trains you, of course, you need to learn from someone. Okay. And once you gather the experience to, that person can help you with one or two strategies as to how you can start yours. And if you are lucky or you are able to start yours too, find don't take it as the person is your competition. Okay. You should find a way to give whatever recognition, respect, or how you're going to maintain that mentor-mentee relationship. That person can really support you in bringing your business up. There are a lot of strategies and experiences that you can pick up from your mentor, or let's say your trainer. So I think it's quite good. And yes, once you have that sort of relationship, you can get advice or tips on how you can get money. And of course, as you said, you see, you don't always, you can start from somewhere. Just start from that one small thing, one small offer. of course, every day we eat. So for a food business, maybe you can cook for your boss. Boss,
Yeah.
Charlie, I want to start this business, whatever. So maybe you have some 50 cities somewhere or 30 cities somewhere, buy a few stuff, just cook a to. A to will not be too expensive to do. Forgive me if I'm wrong. You are the expert, so you know whether it will be expensive to do or not. But anything small, for instance, gizzard. I've started a food business myself before. I used to do gizzard and samosa. Then I
Wow.
would I will steam the gizzard nicely. Me. I will steam the gizzard nicely. Then I'll use my stick. So it was more like gizzard barbecue. I don't know how I should put it, but
Gizzard
yes,
kebab.
gizzard sort of thing on the stick. Then I'll
Okay.
kebab. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Then I'll fry the samosa too. Then I'll take it in the morning, go around banks and be talking to them. It was so difficult for me because for me, I am a very shy person. Okay. So moving into a bank, a young guy like me, holding my food briefcase, that's how I'll call it. Then with my food in it, walk into the banking hall, talk to them. Oh, I have this, I'm selling this. I found a way to sell it to them. Then the little money that I got from it, I used to build it up. But of course, I had other interests too. So that business, the vision for the business was capped. So once I got what I needed, I had to move on to another thing. So it's an interesting point that you've given us there. Yes. I also want us to find out. Can you tell us um, once you mentioned competition, you have people too who are your competitors, of course. Yes. How have you stayed ahead of the competition or at par with the competition from someone who is not operating a sitting restaurant, okay, or walk-in restaurant, but you cook from home and you supply based on orders and subscriptions? So how have you dealt with your competition? What are your strategies?
Okay, so um I'm I've, I'm working on, or should I say we are, that's what we are working on, is the being different by tailoring the food to meet the need of the client. So you see, usually when people take orders, it's like
Okay.
maybe my recipe, my food recipe. So my food recipe does not change. If
Yeah.
I'm supplying to, let's say, five different events, it's the same food recipe, which is a good thing, but
Okay.
not when you start to tailor it to suit the nutritional needs and then the taste of your client, it becomes more personalized. So you know that, okay, when maybe um Kwame, for example, you don't take salt at all. So when I cook your food, there will be no salt in it because of how
Yeah.
you eat. If maybe I'm doing a party for you, you don't eat the frozen chicken. I'm going to do it according
Okay.
to your standard. Of course, we have like standard procedures, but then if you want a personalized meal, you will get it from us.
Okay.
Yes.
So one a key strategy, if I get you, is that you tailor um, your meals or your service to suit the niche you are serving. So
Yes.
as you just explained, and it's a, yes, so you don't just broaden it. You I don't know how to call it, but service differentiation. Like you differentiate your recipe tastes different. Your meal tastes so unique from all others. So I believe that's one key thing about the food business because you know there are some cooking places or restaurants that are in homes inside houses. I know some places are Dansoman, some places, other areas and stuff. You won't, if someone doesn't introduce to you that, Charlie, there's a nice meal here, you won't find out there's any restaurant or a meal there. But once you get to the place, you realize that there are a lot of people who are
Mm-hmm.
always buying from them. Why?
Yeah.
Because I believe personally it's because of the kind of service they're offering and the taste of food, the
Yes.
quality of food. So it doesn't matter whether you are by the roadside, let's say East Legon, or a very populated area with a restaurant, you have your own shop that you've rented and you are cooking for people to walk in. Even if it's your home and the service you're offering, your meals are of good quality and good taste. I think that you'll be able to deal with your competition very well, and you have your own um, your own fair share of the market. So I think yes, what you're saying really makes sense that we can pick up. Okay, so another thing too, what is the biggest myth about entrepreneurship? Okay, according to you, in your own opinion, okay, and that you think needs to be killed, a myth. So something that we think that, oh, people normally believe entrepreneurship is this, entrepreneurship is that. So what is a common myth about entrepreneurship that you think needs to be debunked?
We've actually, it's what we've actually been talking about since we started this conversation about competition, your competitors.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the competition
Okay.
is seen as a negative, it has a negative connotation. Like it's more, it's borderline like you are my enemy in business. That is how,
Yeah. Kill or
yes,
be killed.
yes, but competition is actually supposed to help us grow, supposed to help us be stand out, it's supposed to help you be better. But then we've made the competition look like it is either you or me. We can't all stand on the stage.
Yeah.
But then there's something that I always say is in when you look in the night, when you look in up in the sky and you see the stars, they all shine bright. No star is fighting to outshine the other star. We are all in the sky and we are all shining. So
Mm-hmm.
why can't we all be on the same stage? Why can't we all be at the top? That we can, once you put in the work, you put in the effort, you do what needs to be done, you fulfill all the terms and conditions. Why can't you be there? Why can't you be at the top? Why should it be just one person?
Yeah. Yeah. It's very true. What you're saying is very true. There's so much abundance in this universe. There's so much. Yes, and people, people who are always thinking of bringing other people down before they can make it are people who they don't understand. They think there's so much scarcity that we can't all be at the top. But I believe that we can all be at the top. For instance, there are so many planets. You see, one concept that Elon Musk is trying to push, why he's really pushing to go to other planets and make the human race interplanetary, is because he feels that there are some people who think that the Earth is too small for all of us to occupy. Our resources will run out. Therefore, we have to occasionally
Fine.
kill some of the human beings on earth, so that only a few of us can still keep benefiting from that. But this guy believes differently. And he's saying that once we make humans interplanetary, like we have other planets, it will give us the consciousness that, oh, Charlie, the Earth is not the only place we can live. We can live here, we can live there, and there are other resources that we've not even discovered. So and when it happens like that, we will not be worried about overpopulation on the Earth and all that. So I think that there's so much abundance in this world, as you're saying, with the stars and all that. So competition, for me, for instance, where our factory is, our factory, the brick factory is in the central region. And there's
Okay.
a colleague who's also opened another factory, the same brick factory, close to us. For me, I don't worry so much about whether they are producing or not, whether they are getting customers, my customers or not. If a customer comes to my factory, inquires and doesn't buy, and he comes to yours and buys from you, I don't mind, because I will not only depend on customers who are walking in at the factory. You understand? There are other ways that I can market to online, other forms of marketing I can get.
The
We
market is
have a way
large.
we get our customers, and most of the customers we get. Yes, yes. Ghana is very large. Like the market is huge. It depends on your mindset and your mentality towards the thing. So I think that is good. You've made this point clear. Entrepreneurship can be for everyone and for all of us. It can be. And the market is big. So we should stop thinking that our competitors or people who are doing the same business are as we are doing our enemies. We should rather team up with them, see how best we can complement each other's efforts. For us, so if I get a customer and we are short of goods, I just talk to my other competitor because I don't see them as competitor. If they have some, I pick some and supply my clients. I can maintain my business that way. So it's great. It's great. So is that the only thing, myth you think is quite critical that needs to be looked at in terms of entrepreneurship?
Um, and another thing, I don't know whether maybe it's a myth
Yes.
or it's just in my circles, but it's about having no like concrete business plan. You know, like it's like you say, like if you have the idea, just go with it. If like you sit down and you think about it and you obsess over it, you might not actually end up going through with it. When you get the idea, just move with it. But as time has gone on, I've noticed that actually sitting down to plan and write your business plan, your business model, how you want to run your business. Is this idea feasible right now, or maybe in 2, 3, 4, 5 years? That thing can do wonders for your business. Getting that right
Mm-hmm.
foundation, yes, it's really gives you answering the question of why I exist, why am I doing this, what need am I
Mm-hmm.
fulfilling, or what need am I serving. That is what makes the difference between Coca-Cola and the Sobolo on the streets. Because Coca-Cola knows why they exist,
Ah,
knows why they are here. And that's why they've been
yeah.
here for all these years. Yes. So if we want to have a cross-generational business, a business that after hundreds of years they are still mentioning your name, you should know why you are doing
Mm-hmm.
what you are doing. Yes.
Wow. Wow. That's so profound. That's so profound. So why you are in business, why you are here, why you're doing what, and let that why drive you. That's great. All right. So let's get to this. How do you, because of course, how do you really employ digital systems, okay, to your business? I think I remember we were speaking before we came live. You mentioned a few things, but I also want our viewers to understand probably your view about digital marketing systems. How digital, or how have you, how do they call it, digitalized your business, or how do you intend digitalizing your business? Like, what sort of systems have you put in place, or do you seek to put in place to help you grow your business?
Okay, so I'm working on, like, based on, especially with this my subscription model that I've been talking about. We would
Yeah.
I want to make it automated. As time goes on, it's going to be automated. So when you every at the end of the month, it's just it's a seamless transaction. So you don't need to always put in, like, this week I want this month. So like maybe at the beginning of the year, or maybe we do it for like the first quarter of the year. For the first quarter of the year, this is what you want. So every 2 weeks, this is what you are going to be getting, and then you don't have to be going back and forth, calling, WhatsApping, and it makes the business quite tedious. So you're working on getting like a
Yeah.
website, maybe an app. That is like in the future, but right now we are doing it the local calling and WhatsApp and texting way. And also, um right now for like the Instagram, WhatsApp channel. That's where we are going to put our focus on for now. So we would get a plan. Like what I said, we in this social media marketing, we just start like when I just started posting because they said when you have a business, post online, post for everybody to see, post, buy, buy ads, pay ads, do this. But then there is no structure to what you are doing. So at the end of the day, you burn out if you
Mm-hmm.
are not available. You can't be there. But I want to put that structure in place that even if I'm not available to be there to market online, it should be seamless. Like I don't have to be unavailable and everybody knows that I'm not available. Yes. So that's the
Yes,
plan
as
I'm putting
Davido will
down.
say, I'm unavailable. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but I can am I allowed to think that probably you are scared of getting let's say overburdened with demand? Do you think that if you go fully digital, like getting a website, because the future can be tomorrow, if you decide
Yes.
to have a website, you can have a website. These days, there are systems and tools, very, very easy systems and tools, and also companies who provide such services. You can have a website built in a day and have it
Yeah.
running. Your social media pages all running. So, can I say that you are scared of the kind of orders or demands? Looking at your current capacity, you may not be able to meet them. That's why you've slowed down on your digital presence. Or I'm
Yes.
wrong to think that.
Oh, yes, you are very right to think that because um, as an entrepreneur, you should know where you are at every
Oh,
stage of
okay.
your
I am right to
business.
think that way. Okay.
Yes, yes. You should know where you are at every stage of your business and the capacity you can handle. If you I go ahead of myself and I purchase like an ad on Facebook or Instagram and it goes viral and the orders are pouring in and I can't handle that number of orders, I will make a lot of mistakes and it can go against me. It is not that it can go against me, it will go against me. It is a stain you cannot clean. It will forever be attached to your name. So knowing where you are in business and starting,
Mm,
you start and as I said, you take it one day at a time. If yesterday I could do, maybe I could just do order for 5 people, maybe today I can do for 30 people, or in the next 5 years I can be doing for thousands of people. I can be having like 5 or 6 um, orders at a time from different events. Maybe I can be doing like 6 weddings on a Saturday. But I know I'm not there yet, and I'm not going to put myself in that place where I am not. So you should know where
mm.
you are, and then you advertise or you market according to your strength and according to what your business can handle.
Okay. That's great. But allow me to think quite the opposites in all of this. Okay. So, why I would then say that, okay, fine. Um, if that is the case, if you are having a lot of orders from digitalizing your business, like improving your online presence, then it's just a matter of employing more people to help you work and supply them. So, how, what do you think about that one too? Because if, let's say, I'm your
Yes,
friend, I would just suggest that, oh, Charlie, don't worry. You know your strength and all that, but don't worry. If the order keeps coming, you just add more hands to it, improve your systems, the tools, your kitchen, expand your kitchen and all that. So that one too can work. What do you have to say about that?
oh, I totally agree with you. I'm not saying that because you know what you can handle, so there is no room for growth. There is room for growth, but don't grow
Mm-hmm.
beyond your potential. Don't grow beyond what you can handle. So, for example, I can do what I can do now is I couldn't do it a year or two ago. The capacity I can handle now, I couldn't handle it a year or two ago. So I'm not saying that you won't
Okay.
hire more people or you won't create growth, like you won't create space for growth. But you just have to know where you are currently and what you know what you are doing and what you're about. If, for example, I'm like for your brick business like this, let's say the machines you have now can do 100 bricks a day. If somebody tells you that I want 1,000
Yes.
bricks in a day, you cannot do it. You you will just you need, so
Yes,
maybe
yes,
the
yes.
best,
You can't. Yeah.
yes, you can't do it. The best you can do is maybe you collaborate with your competitors and then you try and supply to the
Yeah.
person. Then you know that okay, now I've gotten thousands, so maybe let me now start making provision for growth, because now okay, now people are knowing me, people are getting to order for me. Please, I hope I'm making myself clear.
Yes, you are very clear to me and to us on that. I agree with you. And what I can add to that is, even if you have plans, if even if you want to expand, it should be according to plan. It should be according
Yes,
to a strategy that you are
yes.
following. So you don't just decide that, okay, there's an order, there's money, so quickly you just do capital investments. Okay, let me buy more bowls, let me buy more mixers and all that, stoves and stuff. You will kill your business. So it should be according to your plan. That is where discipline of strategy comes in. So you, the entrepreneur, you know that, okay, I am operating according to this. If the order is too much for you and you can discipline you won't be too greedy for the money, and you give it out, or you outsource it to a competitor or someone, then you manage so that you can always deliver on your promise. You can always serve people the right way. And with time, if the orders that are coming beyond your capacity are consistently coming like that, then you can plan and see that, okay, I can rely on this kind of demand. So then let me do these capital investment. That's when you can decide that, okay, let me go for a loan here, or let me use some of my savings to invest in my capital. Yes, whatever, whatever. So I think you are very, very right on that. And I think that our viewers to understand this. And please, if you are watching us and you have any ideas or any questions, and you have something that you can add to this discussion, you can also please comment. We will show it on the screen for everyone to see. We all learn from each other. Okay, so let's come here. How do you maintain work life balance? So, being an entrepreneur, being a mother, being all that you do, how do you manage yourself? How do you balance your work life structure? Okay, especially with the demands of a business that is growing. So, you are not there yet. You don't have an accountant, you don't have the team, the management team, you don't have supply staff and all that. You are now building from that level. How do you manage your life and casa and the business? How do you deal with it?
So what I do is, I'm a Christian, so I make sure that I spend time with God early in the morning. I realized that when I do that, my day is more fulfilling and I'm able to meet all my demands for the day. So I wake up early and I spend time
Oh,
with God.
really?
I read my Bible and I do all that, and I plan my day.
Wow.
So I've I have started making use of the calendar that Google has given to us. So I use it to plan my
Yeah.
day, to remind me of tasks to be done. I write things down and I schedule. So I know that okay, at this time, this is what I'm doing. At this time, I'm doing this. And it helps. That's what one thing that helps a lot. And another thing is also asking for help. And sometimes we try to think that we can do everything by ourselves, but then you cannot. There are people that are willing to help you for basically for free. There are people that you can, oh, like you can just call, because everyone knows somebody. At least if you don't know, like you know an accountant, or you know a lawyer, or you know someone that can help you, please, oh, my business, just look at this small thing from you. The person will not take anything from you. You can go to the universities, like the students or SS leaders. Oh, my social media page, look at it for me. What do you think? What do you Can you help me? It's just an internship job. The person is not going to take anything from you. So you have to ask for help. You ask people to help you, and
Mhm.
that is how you are going to survive.
Mm. Okay, so if I can try summarizing what you just said, that you're advising that people should be able to at times get help if you're
Yes.
too busy to do something, if you have other things that you have to do, get help. So if you don't have the resources to put in a paid team, a team that you're going to pay them or workers, you can even at times if you're, for instance, if you are starting a business and let's say your mom can speak some good English, okay, Vuzi gave a strategy and advice that, okay, if your business is supposed to pick calls, okay, like it's an online business and you're supposed to pick calls and you are busy, it's not really always advisable that you, the business owner, is the one or you are the one that receives calls from prospects and clients. You are the same person that is doing all this. You can even ask your mom to be picking your calls for you. So when the calls come in, they'll go to your mom and your mom will, hello, yes, this is Chef Kate's experience. How can we help you? So, like, use whatever resources that are available to you
Yes, yes,
so that you
yes.
can get other people involved. And you also need to really plan. As you're saying, you can use the Google Calendar to plan your day and activities. So, please, if you're watching us, you're an entrepreneur and you don't know how to use the Google Calendar, please, right from here, download your Google Calendar or go to Google, get to see how it is. If you join TGN2, we have courses that will help you free. Courses that will help you understand how to schedule your day, how to improve your productivity as a person, as a busy person, so they can always stay on top of your game. That is wonderful. So I think that our time is almost up. We will be rounding up this discussion. It's been wonderful. Okay, so the other thing I would want to ask is that what is one piece of advice, okay, you wish someone had told you when you were starting your business? So when you started initially, what is one piece of advice you wish you had been told and you weren't? Or there is no piece of advice you
Oh,
wish you had all the advice you need?
no, no. So the one piece of advice I wish someone would have told me would be, it's it's not going to be an easy journey. You see, most of the
Mm,
time when we listen to a lot of these successful people, they make it
yeah,
seem like it's an overnight something. Like, I
yeah, so
recently
simple.
watched a video of a lady, like she's very popular. I'm not going to mention her name, but then she's popular and she did her like
Mm,
a short movie about her life and how she's where she is. And it's like she said, what did she it's like she was in school, she decided to stop school and she went home, she started a business, and started a business. She wasn't sleeping, she was always working, and then she decided to move out of home, get a bigger space. By the time we realized, she has opened her studio. And I'm like, no, this story,
mhm.
looking at it now, no, this story does not add up. You can't just tell me you just started business, started
Yes.
posting online, and that is the end.
Mm,
You are all over the globe. It is not possible. Something there, like, you don't just start and then you are there. There is always
yeah.
a, a phase where it looks like nothing is going to happen for you, and You just have to keep going. So you have to have a growth mindset. You have to be resilient, very very resilient. If you are not
Yeah.
resilient, you cannot be an entrepreneur. You cannot be an entrepreneur if you are not resilient, because there are times when you just feel like, no, you know something, let me just give up and just go and look for some 9 to 5. Be at least, and here I'll get
Charlie,
some
Charlie, Charlie,
3K
Charlie,
or
Charlie.
some 4K. It's okay, at least that one I know every month I'm getting some 3K. But the business, sometimes there are days,
You're guaranteed, yeah.
yeah, but with the business, you don't have that guarantee. But it's just a phase. Tough times. I just recently spoke to one of my mentors, and she told me that, case, tough times don't last. Tough times don't last. No matter what you
Mhm.
are going through in this phase of your business or in this phase of your life, it won't last. One day, one day, you will just be there, and it is like you are an overnight success, but you were not. So you should be
Mm.
very resilient. Just hold on to it. Spend time. Know your business like it is your baby. Take care of, like, you should know your business. Just know, like, spend time. It should be what you eat, what you drink. You think about it every day.
What you breathe.
That is what, yes, that is what will get you to where you want to get to, because things, especially in this economy, things will be hard, things will look hard and tough and everything, but just keep on. Don't give up. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your business. Just keep on. If you have to restructure things, you should restructure to fit what you are going through at that moment.
Wow, that's great. That's great. You've reminded me of a story. Like it's not going to be easy. Okay, you remind me of a story. You know, I started reading books very early, at a very early age. When I was going to school, even in primary, if I'm in a school bus and we are passing, every signpost that my eyes will see, I'll read it. So I enjoyed reading. When they send me and I'm working and I see newspapers, anything that I see text on, I'll pick it up and read. So I started reading this book, Think and Grow Rich. Okay,
Okay.
I happened to chance on it one day when I was cleaning my dad's bedroom. So that was how I started getting the consciousness of the success consciousness. I can be this and all that. I used to also be a Bible study scholar. Like I loved Bible courses a lot. So I had that thing too there. So one day after school, I think we were on vacation, and my dad at the factory, we used to live at the factory. So my dad called me. That was the first time. And it was the only time that I had such a wonderful conversation with my father. He called me and asked me, Kwame, so what do you want to achieve for yourself in this life? In fact, I didn't know what to tell him because I hadn't really planned out. And as you're saying, I'm sort of multi talented. The ideas are hundreds. Ideas keep coming in rushing. I can do a lot of things. I can do this, I can do that, I can do this. So even when I was choosing my courses at the university, I just chose physics because I didn't want to do civil engineering so that I'll only be stuck with buildings or construction, construct road construction or whatever, civil construction and all that. No, I didn't want to do mechanical engineering so that I'll only be dealing with machines and cars and all that. I could do this, I could do that, I could do that. So what I decided to do was to do physics. With physics, I have the background. So
Yes.
wherever I wanted to go, that is why I chose to do physics. Physics was one of the most, if not the most difficult course to do at the university, KNUST. So when he asked me that question, what do you want to do for yourself? I sat down a few seconds. Was it even up to a minute? And I told him I was smart. And I gave him an answer. I want to own 10 businesses by age 30. He was surprised to hear that. He gave me a smile and he said, wow, you mean you want to have 10 businesses by age 30? That time I was 20 years. And he said, okay. So it means that every year you're going to start one business. I said, yes. I was very confident of myself because I had read the motivational books and all that. Okay, from Miles Monroe to Mike Murdoch to
Bob Proctor.
Napoleon Hill to all that. So the power was inside me. He said, okay, are you very sure? It's not going to be easy. Oh." I said, oh, I'll do it. Every year, one business. Every year, one business. So by the time I'm 30 years, I have 10 companies. And looking back at that time, I just realized what he might have been thinking. So, oh, small boys are young. You think it's just easy to build even one business, even half a business. You understand? So when you are starting out, you think that it's easy, but
Yes.
it's not an easy road. So if you are prepared and you have a mentor who will let you understand what is ahead of you, then you can better prepare yourself to face
Yes.
the journey ahead. So I think what you're saying is quite uh, a very interesting thing to take note of. Yes, you wish someone had told you it's not going to be a smooth ride, but Charlie, here we are, but you still get there. We are very, very
Yes.
hopeful that the
Yes. We
journey
are
will be,
on the
yes,
journey.
tough times don't last. Only tough people. Yes, so let's take note of that. Okay, so I think I have two last questions, or let's say two or three. Let me see. Okay, so what final message will you give to aspiring entrepreneurs, okay, who want to achieve success but are facing challenges or obstacles? I know you
I
told
think
us
this question,
tough times don't last,
yes,
but don't
yes.
tell us tough
So,
times don't last. But what other advice can you give
can you
people
give?
they really want to start something? Okay, but they have doubts. They have, as you mentioned earlier, that you were doubting yourself. Can I do this? They have self-doubts, okay, that they can do it. And there are also obstacles. Some people are already married and have 5 kids. It's already done. But the person wants to start something. Some people too don't have supporting families. Okay, some people too are way back somewhere in the village somewhere, but because they have data, they are watching us right now. They really want to start something. Some people too have so many issues in their lives that they are not even at times able to think straight. Some too might even be considering suicide right now because Charlie, the problems on them is not an easy thing. They want to test something, so they are considering: should I look for a job? Even the job cry is looking for no cry, he is not getting, and he thinks that yeah, let me try something on my own. But and also so is another issue. So, what advice will you give to such people who have self doubt and are facing obstacles?
So, for me, the one big thing is the God factor. You can't you can't succeed
Okay.
without, you can't
Oh,
succeed in this world because this life is a very spiritual life. It's very spiritual. It's more spiritual than it is physical. It's either God or something else.
wow.
You can't do it without a spirit backing you. So you need to have God. You need to
Whoa.
have that grounding with God. If you have that grounding with God, it absolves all depression and mental difficulties and all the things. Like there are times when you want to give up and you remember what God told you. You remember what God has showed you concerning your business, concerning your life. So that is what will keep you going. And then when you have that personal relationship with Him, when you read your Bible, and one thing that a lot of people don't know is if you are struggling with depression and mental problems and things, you are sad, you are emotional, you're, if you read your Bible every day, that all those
Yeah.
emotional things would vanish. Just read your Bible every day. You are not even trying to
Mhm.
understand what the Bible is saying. Just pick it up every day. You read like at least 4 chapters. You are good to go for the day. So that is my number one thing. I'm really hard on that, the God factor. If you do not have God, then you better go and look for something else to back you because you need some kind of backing to be able to work to succeed in this life. All the big people, they have something they are standing on. They are not just standing there. And the other thing too I would say is know, like I said earlier, know why you are doing what you are doing. If you know why you are doing what you are doing, that
Mhm.
is what you will make you keep on waking up every morning and going to face this entrepreneurship journey. People who go to work every day, they most of them don't even like the jobs they are doing, but they know that at the end of the month they are
Oh
getting
yes.
a fixed salary. So that is why they are going to work. If they were not getting paid, they won't go. So if you know why you are doing what you are doing, no matter the challenges that are thrown at you, no matter the obstacles you face, you fall down, you get up, you dust yourself, you say, okay, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. We go again. You fall down, you get up, dust yourself. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. You go again. So that's those are basically the two that I can say.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I strongly believe that someone watching us right now have had some value out of this whole discussion. Okay, especially with what you just gave, that it doesn't matter wherever you find yourself, it doesn't matter what you see, okay, on the face. You have to understand that we are physical beings and also spiritual beings at the same time. Yes. And one complements the other. The spiritual cannot function without having the flesh as a cloth to wear. Okay, so the spiritual is inside us and is affecting all the energies that we are seeing. So, from a physicist point of view, and from a scientist point of view, I will equate spiritual stuff to energies. Okay. But whatever it is, if you understand that there is God, there is that spiritual part of life or part of human beings or part of things or part of activities. This world is a living world. It's a living thing, it's a living world. So if you understand that, then you should also understand that then don't joke with your spiritual life. So it doesn't matter religion. We are not talking about religion. We are talking about spirituality. There is God. For that one, whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, there is an entity called God that is the final authority in all of this existence, all of these things that we are doing. So you should understand that. And whatever you see as God to you, take it serious. Because when things get extreme and you like you are down, you feel down, you can't see ahead, like driving in the middle of the night and it's raining and your headlights can only see a few meters after your car. The only thing that can guide you and push you along is the God factor. So wherever you are, Chef Kate is telling us that don't be dismayed. Believe, trust in God, and back that belief, back that faith with massive action. Once
Yeah.
that side, you can't do physical things without the spiritual component. It is very, very important. And I think that I also buy into that. I also think that it is very, very important that we need to take very good note of. So thank you so much for sharing that. My last question now is, in one sentence, okay, in one sentence, what is your secret to success? In one sentence. In one
In one
sentence. So it's not
in
about
one sentence,
explanation. After you make the sentence, or
the
after you
sentence
give out
that
the
we are
sentence,
done.
if there are any explanations I would want, then I'll ask you. In one sentence, when you are done, tell me full stop, so that you know that the sentence has ended. So, in one sentence, what is your secret to success?
So my secret to success is my faith in God. That is it. That is all. That is the only thing that will make me
Oh,
successful.
thank you, thank
So
you, thank
yes,
you, thank you.
yes,
I,
that is
I
it. Full
knew
stop.
I knew you were going to say that because initially you had said that don't forget the God factor. So I knew that
Yes,
definitely that is going to be
that is
your
my
secret to
yes,
success. To my
yes.
question here, the answer to my question. Yes, it's great. It's been great having you this afternoon, Chef Kate. It's been great sharing what you've been through, how you run your business, the strategies you've had, and also sharing your insights with us. I know, definitely know that someone out there has gotten something out of this discussion. that we've had
Yeah.
here, and it's going to help them one way or the other. Myself too, I've learned a lot from what you've shared with us. From all the episodes we've had, this is our third episode, and
Yes.
we are going to make it available for everyone who wasn't able to keep up with us through the live session. You can always catch the replay. There will also be snippets and clips out of this discussion that we've had. We put on our social media channels so that you can always have access to them. Thank you so much once again. And Chef Kate, kindly let us have your contact details. As Ellen said initially that she wanted a Abenkwan, please, how can we
So,
reach you? What is your
um,
number?
my
Yeah,
number
kindly give us
is
your number. I'll type it on the screen
yes,
for people to see.
055 788 4782. 055
Okay, so
788
05578847002.
4782. 82.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
82. Yes. Is it right? The number on the
Yes,
screen.
it's right.
Okay, someone is
055.
also asking what are your handles? Yeah,
My
zero five
Instagram, all
five
my
seven
handle
eight
is the
eight
Chef
four
Kate
seven.
Experience. The Chef Kate Experience on
The
Instagram,
Chef
on
Kate experience.
Facebook. Yes.
Oh, okay.
On Instagram and on
So
Facebook.
the person should just type the Chef Kate
No space.
experience.
Yeah. No
So the
space.
Chef Kate, no space. If you get
Yes.
one letter wrong, that is it. You go somewhere else you don't want to be. So okay. So let me show this. Yeah, the Chef Kate experience. On
Yes.
also on Instagram, on Facebook,
On
anywhere and
Snap.
everywhere.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
type on Snap, on
Yes.
whatever. The Chef Kate experience is an
Yes.
experience that you would never forget. Is a
Yeah.
taste experience, is a health experience, and all that's combined. So contact the Chef Kate experience and have an experience of a lifetime. Yes, of a lifetime. Yes. So Michael Adjei Danso commented faith in God. Yes, it is true. Your faith in God is key to your success. And Frank Adjei Danso. Hey, are they brothers? We have Frank Adjei Danso and Michael Adjei Danso. Okay, so
Yes.
Frank Adjei Danso is also asking what are your handles. So the handles on Instagram is the Chef Kate experience. On Facebook, oh, sorry, I made a huge mistake. Mankani ye kura, mpacho. Mankani ye kura. The Chef Kate experience, I've spelled it wrongly here. Kindly forgive me.
Ah, yes, yes,
Mankani
yes.
ye
The
kura.
E and the R.
The Chef Kate experience. Yes, my teacher, my English teacher. Well, the Chef Kate experience. The Chef Kate experience. Yes. Oh, I beg. I went to a good school, so please forgive me. Mistakes do happen. Right. I went to a very good school, and I still remember my basic stuff. So
English.
please, this is the correct spelling. The Chef Kate experience. The Chef Kate experience. And this is the number 2. 055 788 4782. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. You can join the Growth Network is an organization, is a community of like-minded entrepreneurs and professionals who share their business knowledge and experience with each other to help each other grow. There are other things that we do to support ourselves, but we've just started. We are yet to launch officially in Ghana, then possibly go beyond the borders. So if you want to connect with a group of young minds, entrepreneurs, and also share your experience with someone to help someone, because as I always say, you might have some knowledge or experience that will be of so much benefit to someone else struggling out there, another entrepreneur or professional out there. And you may also need someone's experience, a challenge someone went through, how they dealt with it. You might also need that to help you grow your business, your profession, or your career. So you can simply go to www.tgn.africa/membership. Okay, so there's the free membership section there. Just click on the free membership. It will take you to our WhatsApp platform, our WhatsApp community. You join us and we see how best we can help each other grow. So, Chef Kate, thank you so much once again. God bless
Thank
you
you for
for
coming.
spending
It's been
time
nice.
out of your busy, yes, schedule to share this with us. And so we meet again in the community, wherever, and also till I give you my order for the abenquine and the other stuff. Yes, let's have a wonderful day. Viewers, thank you so much for also joining us. Everyone out there, have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you too. Bye bye.